In for Baccarat, and that goes in! Hugo Baccarat gives Flint City a 3-2. Buckley, the ball falls to Buckley. 1-on-1 with Etheridge. What a save!
Welcome into the first ever MSN All-State Media Day for girls soccer. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrett.
Ball comes in, a good hit! 1-0! Shot, another save from Etheridge! Rebound, and it goes in the back of the net. The Bulldogs up 1-0! Burzma, but then for Plasma! 3-0! Stewart Heights with a shot! Upper 90 and in!
Effectively today here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we are launching our new division of player recruitment videos.
Mario Canoe now finds Stock. Finds Stock's got a left-footed banger. He shoots it! It's in! The Red Hawks equalize!
Downtown Detroit, the Lions, the Bears, the Red Wings, the Blackhawks, Pistons, Cavaliers, Tigers, and White Sox. All high-stake rivalries throughout the city of Detroit. We've got one tonight, and close to the high school ranks. We are so happy to bring in Detroit High School coach playing host to the Athens Redhawks tonight on the Michigan Soccer Network. A pleasant evening, everybody. My name is John Natale, and I could not be more excited for this OAA standings matchup between the second and third place teams, respectively. The Troy High Colts coming into this one at 7-2-2, and the Athens Redhawks at 10-2-1. Athens coming off and fresh off a high stacks matchup with another one of Michigan's top teams, Traverse City West, who was ranked 24th at the time in their last meeting. The Redhawks just fell short on the Titans by a score of 1-0 on Saturday. The shutout was out of character for Athens, seeing as their last time the team failed to score was way back in April. Meanwhile, no place like home for Troy, who bounced back after a loss on the road last Saturday. They made sure in the nail-biter, but they managed to escape with a 2-1 victory over Oxford on Tuesday. Troy pushed their record up to that 7-2-2 with the win, which was their fifth straight at home. As for Athens, their defeat ended a 5-game streak of away wins and brought them to that 10-2-2 record. Weather not too bad in Troy, Michigan this evening. 60 degrees going to be at kickoff, partly cloudy. May feel some rain later on this evening, but we will see. The umbrellas are out. They are not open, but we'll see. We'll see if Mother Nature decides to play nice on this one. Winds out of the northwest at 3 miles per hour. Let's have a look at the league standings in the Oakland Activities Association. You can see Bloomfield Hills coming out of the gate strong at 4-1-0 with those 13 points. Troy High 3-1-0 in the division with those 9 points, and then Athens follows right behind with the 7 points at 2-1-1 in the division. Rochester, Adams, Oxford, and Stony Creek round out the top 7. Team comparisons, almost mirror images of each other. That Athens has the 2 more games played with the 10 wins versus a 7 for Troy, but the 2 losses, 2 ties for Troy, 1 tie for Athens. The points 31-23. Goals for, you can see that Athens scores quite a bit with those 32 goals to only 21 for Troy. But it is the defense for both of these clubs that really stands out at 12 and 11 respectively. And you can see the differential there with Troy with 9 and then Athens with a plus 21. Let's have a look at our starters for this evening in this OAA matchup. First, for the visiting Troy Athens Redhawks, it's going to be Ashley Miller in the goal for the Redhawks. Charlotte Cotta, Lulu Thatchy, Lauren DeYonker, Emily Mendrick, Ashley Thornton, Lily Greaves, Abby Waldron, Annie Lawson, Melanie Wilson, and Madison Stencil in the starting 11 for head coach Jason Clark. And then for the Troy Colts, it'll be Kaylee Worrell, Reagan Richard, Bryn Zawizlak, Ava Fleming, Sabrina Gall, Emma Rosick, Janie Lennon, Maya Saad, Tia Tonelli, Olivia Janowitz, and Victoria Slegan will be in the cage for the Troy Colts and head coach Jan Tricoli. Athens in their away jerseys, the white kits with the red numbers and the red letters. And the hometown, Troy Colts, black jerseys with the white numbers. As we get their lineups ready, they line up on the side. Our referees are ready, and we are ready to get this thing underway in Troy, Michigan this evening. can see Coach Jason Clark and Coach Tricoli meeting at the half line. And we're going to hand the starting lineups over to public address announcer here for this OAA rivalry matchup between the Troy Colts and Athens Redhawks.
Number 6, Lauren DeJonquier. Number 7, Emily Mendrick. Number 8, Ashley Thornton. Number 9, Lily Greaves. Number 10, Liana Wilby. Number 11, Abby Waldron. Number 12, Annie Lawson. Number 13, Lily Buell. Number 14, Farida Youssef. Number 15, Lauren Harper. Number 16, Melanie Wilson. Number 19, Madison Stencil. Number 20, Lily Cabatayo. And number 21, Sophia McEnroe. The Redhawks are coached by head coach Jason Clark and assistant coaches Franco, Mancini, Skylar Jasperin, and Maria Mendola. And now, let's meet the Colts. Number 0, Sophia Peronis. Double 0, Kara. 1, Avery Ansel. Number 2, Valentina Gearing. Number 3, Kaylee Worrell. Number 4, Reagan Richard. Number 5, Frank Baruchel. Number 6, Ava Fleming. Number 7, Sabina Cross. Number 8, Emma Rosa. Number 9, Vivian Eva. Number 10, Amaya Dio. Number 11, Katie Lennon. Number 12, Rebecca Kozlowski. Number 13, Maya Sai. Number 14, Tia Simone. Number 15, Tiffany Trumbo. Number 16, Ashley Harris. Number 17, Olivia Yankovic. Number 18, Victoria Seaton. Number 19, Jess Hatch. And number 20, Avery Meade. Coached by head coach Dan Tricoli and assistant coaches Jackie Zugay and Alan Wason. At this time, please rise to honor the flag in our country with the playing of our national anthem.
We are just moments away from kickoff on the campus of Troy High School, home of the Colts, on the Michigan Soccer Network this evening. Glad to have you aboard with us. Just all sorts of Jonathans floating around tonight, as myself, John Natale, along with Jonathan in the studio. Going to do a wonderful job tonight. Jonathan Turner, our CEO and founder of the Michigan Sports Network and Premier Radio Group, also in studio. Bianca is going to be helping out throughout the evening, so the entire cast and crew, Sam on camera at the field. And we are just about set ready to go here in Troy, Michigan. See our three referees for this match this evening. As the weather, not too hot, not too cold, those clouds looming. Probably won't be an issue and/or factor throughout this one, as we'll try to get through 80 minutes of clean, Mother Nature-free weather here tonight on a 60-degree evening on Tuesday, May 6th. Good crowd on hand. And there's our whistle. As you can see, both teams enter your frame. Again, it's Athens in the white kits with the red numbers and red lettering, and the hometown Colts in the black jerseys, white letters and white numbers. Janowitz will take it from the midline. And we are underway in Troy. Both of these teams very familiar with each other. Last time they met a year ago, it was Troy all over Athens on their home pitch, 4-1. That was back in May of last year, almost a year to the day. Can the Red Hawks avenge that loss, or will history repeat itself? We'll find out in the next 80 minutes, as these two teams will calmly talk amongst each other to find out who comes out on top on this one. May have a draw possibly. Both of these teams very capable with those low goals against average in their matches this season. On the counter, here comes Troy. Good ball on the far side, but just a little bit too heavy, a mistouch. And it'll go out of bounds for an Athens throw-in. Trying to get through three defenders was Lulu Thatchy. Did not work. Colts trying to settle. Ball deflected, popped up towards us. Still in the air, trying to find some possession. The battle continues, and finally settled in by Troy. Far side, that's Fleming. She had space, good through ball. On a turn, Janowitz. Just outside the 18. Tried to go through three defenders, a little push off. Handsy was Sabrina Gall. Throw in. And we'll do it again, just maybe 2 or 3 yards closer. Zawizlak. Headed right back out, and Deja Vu. Tried to find the feet of Lennon. That ball cleared out. And that'll go out. Rozek will throw it in. Athens yet to have really controlled possession so far as we're entering the 4th minute early in this one. OAA conference rivalry, not even a matchup, just call it rivalry for what it is. These teams don't have each other on a Christmas card exchange list for sure. Some pressure. It was Worrell. And we'll have a foul going the other way. Just to clarify, because this is a multi-purpose field at Troy High School, the outline is that red and white line. You can see a blue line there, but it is the red markers of what we're going to be looking at this evening, and see the flag there in the far corner. Ball into the 18 and scooped up by Ashley Miller. Ball not a shot on goal, but there was an attacker from Troy in her vicinity, but Miller cleans it up. She boots it away. Good punt past the midline. Troy. Good defense. Waldron bothered it. Was able to get it into the middle. That's Cotta. She lost it. Now to the outside. Good counter by Troy. Everybody looked for it, and they didn't get it on a handball. Play on. There's Gall, just outside the box. Sends it in. On the turn, Janowitz couldn't get anything on it, right into the hands of Miller. So you can tell that Olivia Jasnowitz is going to be the striker. She's going to be in attacking position the majority of this one. So look out for 17 on most offensive strikes. Stencil lets that go. She'll throw it in quickly. Trying to get a turn. Played back. To Saad. And it's going to stay with Athens so quickly. Cotta tries to get it in, and she has to hold up, wait for the cavalry to show up. Out to the far wing. Opportunity sent into the box. And Sleegan able to come out and grab that one. Decent service into the box, but Sleegan was there for the challenge. Jasnowitz. Just got ran out of bounds by Stencil. It'll be a throw-in for the Red Hawks. Ball was sent to the middle with some pace and couldn't get it. So we'll switch sides. We'll come near side towards us. That's Worrell. Now into the middle, some numbers. Good ball through. Who's going to get there? And it was Miller, but an offside call. That looked awfully close. That was a great through ball, but maybe just a step and a half too far behind that imaginary line. And Miller had to make a business decision. Sends it away. Athens being a little bit more disciplined on their passing now, but as soon as I say that, the ball goes heavy, out of bounds. Colts throw in. Worrell from the near sideline. 50-50 Gall. Deflection. Gall stays with it. Now chipped away. Set in the space, nobody home. And good footwork from Mendrick. And she gets tripped up. And we'll have a foul. Nobody in the book. Yellow stays in the pocket. From 50 yards out. For those who may be watching, I know it says 40, but just like in football, the goalposts are 10 yards back in the end zone. So you had that extra 10 and cleared out. And let's see, that's going to be a long throw from the far left corner. Waldron to throw this in. Short throw. Lots of black jerseys there to thwart that offensive opportunity. Waldron again. Jasnowitz tried to clear it, and then this ball cleared. Sent into the middle. And good anticipation from Sleegan. A couple of white jerseys inside that box, but it was hers, and she grabbed it. And she sends it away with her left. Gall went down, and there was a foul. Tenth minute. Early in this OAA Red Conference matchup. Troy's second, Athens third in the division. Records differential overall has Athens on top, but in the conference itself, it's Troy at 2 and Athens at 3. And right now, it's really been Troy on the offensive attack, but in the past couple minutes, Athens has been in their attacking third quite frequently. Offside called. Real no threat. Glad to have you with us this evening on the Michigan Soccer Network. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel. Check out all the best action from Michigan soccer all across the state. Into the 18, but black jerseys there to clear it out, but not out of danger yet. And we'll have a foul there. See the student section there for the Colts. It's always a pleasant scene to see representation, not just from the community itself, the parents, the relatives, the friends, but also the classmates as well. But you can see a nice flurry of red there as well, as these schools separated by only a few miles. And they know each other quite well. They know the routes to get to and fro. And I'm sure the high school shenanigans don't happen. Any toilet papering of trees or possible. Well, I know no one's throwing eggs now, considering the price. That would be a luxury. Jasnowitz trying to split the defense, but good stand pat defense from Athens, and it goes out of bounds for a throw-in. Outside the 18, sent in the box. Sleegan there to grab that one out of the air. The tide has shifted on the offensive side. Athens now being the aggressors on the offensive side. 13th minute. Ball lazily finds its way out of play for an Athens throw. Gall couldn't control it, sent ahead. Black jerseys there. Worrell plays it forward. Now Gall to our side. Trying to get inside the 18. Sends it into the middle. Nobody home. Cleared out nicely by the Red Hawks. Now on the counter. Ball sent forward. Is there a run there? No. Waldron to throw. Plenty of black jerseys. Ball sent ahead. Jasinowitz was waiting for it, but again defended nicely from the Red Hawks. On a run. Thatchy couldn't get there. Now they'll switch fields towards us. Still 0-0, scoreless in the first 15 minutes. It's been real no threat of a tough shot on goal. Steligan has to work a little bit. Miller's been relatively quiet in her cage. On the far sideline, that's Fleming. Ball goes out of bounds and we'll have a goal kick. Now into the middle. Here's Gall. Still trying to split the defense. Could not do it on that attempt either. Assad sends it into the box, and Miller comes out and grabs it. Gall giving chase. But good defense from Waldron to keep her back on top of Gall, sort of a box out. And if you can't see the ball, you can't see the play. Good shot of our sideline of the Red Hawks there. And a little congestion from the Colts. And on the turn, it's Lily Greaves, number 9, but she loses it. Here's Worrell in space with the left. It was deflected. Ball still in trouble. Gall with the left. That was deflected. Worrell just sends it over the crossbar. Best opportunity so far for Troy.
Into the game for Troy High, number 20, Avery Mee.
Number 20, Avery Mee, makes her way to the pitch for head coach Dan Tricoli of the Colts. Ball ahead, good ball in space. That's Cotta in the 18. Try to go with the left, and we're going to have our first service for Athens on the near corner. Set piece opportunity for Athens in the 18th minute. And this will be taken by number 7, Emily Mendrick. Mendrick lines up. And goes up. Sends it in. Back post. Ball up. Cleared nicely but settled. Little flick into the box. And Sleegan able to eat it up. So the first set piece, not really a true threat for Athens as we enter the 19th minute. And just something of note, I've noticed it a couple times and I keep seeing it, but these young ladies are not afraid to bump into each other. There have been some shoulders, friendly fire, I'm sure, between these two clubs. But they have been bodying up, maybe treating it like a Red Wings Blackhawks game. They think they're at Little Caesars Arena this evening. This ball sent ahead on a run. And wow, Sleegan way out of her box. That was a risky move, but Sleegan played it nicely, and it works in advantage of the keeper. To our side. Here's Saad. Plays it ahead. Good ball. With the one-timer, just couldn't get enough on it. Good ball from Saad. Fleming was there. Just didn't have quite the angle to get that anywhere near the post and sent it wide. So Saad has been proven worthy to send good set pieces and services into the box for her strikers. Jasnowicz tried to track it down, couldn't do, cleared out. 21st minute. Throw in for Athens. Still tied at 0. MHSAA Girls Soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network. John Natali with you this evening. Very good conditions. A little overcast, but keeping the sun out. Ball and Sleegan able to get there. Fought for. Saad gave it battle, but this is going to be a throw-in. Kata down the sideline. It's going to stay with Athens. The short throw. Kata sends it into the box, far side. Good idea. Thatchy was there, but just over her head. Sleegan collects it. And she sends us away from about the 17. And we'll do it again. Quality soccer coming up here very shortly as Detroit City FC will be traveling to Chicago to take on the MLS's Chicago Fire in the U.S. Open Cup. For those unfamiliar with the U.S. Open Cup, it's a multi-league divisional tournament that hosts teams from USL 1, the UPSL, MLS Next Pro, MLS, and USL Championship teams. And they compete in a tournament of 64 teams, and we are now in the round of 32. And 16 MLS teams make up that round of 32. They get pretty much a bye through those opening rounds, and this is where they enter the brackets, and there are 16 teams in this round of 32. There are 11 USL Championship teams, and that's where Detroit City FC coming off their 2-2 draw against the Indy 11 this past Saturday. And there are 4 USL 1 teams and 1 MLS Next Pro team that make up these final 32. And those games happening today and tomorrow. Ball headed, trouble. Sleegan there, body went down, there was a whistle. And it was a foul, fortunately, for Troy. So that tide has shifted. It's been all Athens in the past 11 minutes. Maybe a few opportunities for Troy, but Athens controlling the possession in the past 11 or 12 minutes as we approach the 25th minute. Saad plays it forward, nobody home, just white jerseys. Still in the air, you can see number 20, Lily Cavateo, into the match for the Red Hawks. In your frame right there on an early substitution. So the last 2 substitutions for each team have been number 20. Ball trickles out of bounds. Stay with Athens, moving the ball the methodical way on the throw. Well, as a substitution, as Avery Mee will come out, and Janie Lennon will replace her.
The game for Troy High, number 11, Jamie Lennon.
This ball forward, but just white jerseys there. Jasinowicz was the only black jersey there, but still played out of bounds, so it's going to be a throw. And substitutions very different in high school. You saw that Janie Lennon came in for Avery Mee. That was the first substitution, as that Mee came in for Janie Lennon, the original starter. You are allowed to do that at the high school ranks. And now in some space. Good ball just outside the 18. And good save from Sleegan.
Into the game for Athens, number 14, Farida Youssef.
Farida Youssef, number 14. For Coach Jason Clark and the Red Hawks, enters the contest in the 27th minute. Just took about 5-6 minutes for these teams to feel each other out. And you can see the difference in play is that the attacking of Troy, not as efficient as Athens. And if we get a chance to go back to that team comparison, you can see the goal differential and how many goals that Athens has put in the back of the net versus what Troy has. And there it is right there. Good work, Jonathan, back in the studio. You can see the 32 goals, 11 goal advantage for Athens in that department. So where will the offense come from of the Colts this evening?
Into the game for Troy High, number 20, Avery Mee.
Another substitution for Coach Tricoli and the Colts. Finally cleared. Chipped up. '29th minute, still tied at 0. Sleegan has been the busier of the two keepers so far. Real no true threat on goal. There was a one-time volley from Ava Fleming that came in from the set piece from Saad. But that went wide of the right post. Best opportunity for Troy so far. Sixes working on sixes. It's DeYonker and Fleming. And Fleming won that battle. Foul's going to be Athens ball. And fans, as you'll see as we approach these final 10 minutes of the first half, are the amount of jerseys on the attacking side, the colors that you see. When Athens sends it forward, you see a lot more white jerseys, as to Troy, or there's maybe one or two black jerseys, but just a gaggle of white defenders in the back. So the formation has changed for head coach Jason Clark and the Athens Redhawks, and it's proving effective. And Sleegan has to come out again as she wipes her forehead. The sweat now in that long keeper jersey starting to get to Victoria Sleegan, as she's been busy. And there you can see it. There's Jasnowitz, and you see one black jersey, but 5 white jerseys. And a throw-in. Ref said play on. Looked like Gall went down pretty hard, but no foul was called. Now to our side. That's Saad. Working the sideline. Worrell. Good footwork. Now with some pace. She has some real estate in front of her, looking for help. Good through ball, but just too heavy for Fleming. Maybe one more touch at the feet of Kaylee Worrell to let Fleming run under that one, but just send it heavy. Goes out, and it's going to be a goal kick for Miller, who's been quite stagnant in that goal for about the past 10 minutes. Ball booted away. Out of bounds by Worrell, throwing for Athens. 32nd minute. Good through ball, but Cotta couldn't chase it down. Deflected. Sleegan bobbles it a little bit, but she grabs it. "33rd minute. OAA Red Conference matchup, and it's a good one. Worrell inside the 18. Gall tried to get it. It'll be a long throw.
Into the game for Athens, number 3, Lulu Thekai, and number 7, Emily.
Lulu Thatchy and Emily Mendrick re-enter for Coach Jason Clark.
14, Tia Tonelli.
Tia Tonelli re-enters for the Colts on the home side. And a question's always asked at the amateur levels, such as high school and some of the youth clubs and other clubs like that, is can you run offenses? Is there a strategy, or is it just kicking the ball, trying to find the open player? Yes, indeed there is. There are plays. There are certain things that coaches and players work on quite diligently through their training throughout the week prior to a match. And right now it's that Troy just has not been able to do that. So it just looks like they're just kicking the ball into open space. But rest assured, they are trying to run their playbook. Not as in-depth as football or basketball or anything like that. But there are plays in which you want to run from your midfielders to your front forwards. This ball sent to the box, deflected, and then cleared. The reason it looks like that, because in all possessions you're told to attack the ball both offensively and defensively. So sometimes it can look a little miscombobulated. And that's the whole learning process. You're seeing great soccer here on a Tuesday evening in high school. But watch a WPSL game, watch a NWSL game, and you'll see those women who can sling it across the pitch and do it very accurately and precise. Good footwork. Now Athens with a chance. Ball forward, deflected. Trying to stay with it, that's Thatchy. And now in the counter, can black jerseys get up front? 35th minute. There was a lot of retreat. Now to the middle, Gall. Near side, she sends it in. Back post was there, but Athens there to clear it out. That counter just took a little bit too long to manufacture. Couldn't get enough bodies up front, but it's going to stay with Troy in their attacking third. World to throw in. Gall trying to get there. That ball cleared out nicely. Athens defense did a wonderful job so far, keeping Gall and Jasenwitz out of the box. Gall with it now. She loses it. Opportunity. That ball heavy. Cleared out again by Athens. Ball played to the wing. So Wislak, haven't said her name much early. She gets involved, couldn't get a good touch on it. Rolls over the end line, will be a goal kick. 37th minute. Troy Colts, Athens Redhawks. A very Duke Carolina-ish rivalry here in the state of Michigan. Gall looking for help, but once again, one or two black jerseys, 4 or 5 white ones. Thatchy going to work, had space, sends a good through ball, but offside. Was free to Youssef, who just entered the match a few minutes ago for Coach Jason Clark. Good idea, but Youssef a little bit too hungry. 38th minute. Good defense there from the Colts. They'll swing it near side. That's Lily Boyle. Worrell. Cleared out once again. Bile flicks it up. Nobody home except white jerseys. This ball through, she'll play it all the way back to Sleegan. Here's Bile again. On the turn, that's Avateo, number 20. Still loose, fighting for it. Worrell and Mendrick in that battle, won by number 7, Emily Mendrick of Athens. On the shot, deflected. Mendrick lined it up. Got a good strike on it, but right into the backside of the Troy defender. This ball goes all the way back. And we are in the 40th minute. No extra time, added time at the high school level, and halves are 40 minutes, not like the regular 45 you may be used to seeing. Gall sends it into the box. Once again, good defense, but still with Troy. Ball out of bounds, will be a throw-in. See if Athens gets aggressive, or will they just maintain possession and run out this clock with about 20 seconds to go. That ball cleared, and this should do it. And that's the end of the first half. Tied at 0, Troy and Athens in a good OAA red matchup here on the Michigan Soccer Network. We're going to take a break, as will the teams. We'll come back with the second half here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
You'll get it done.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Whether you're a beginner coach or a seasoned professional, one thing remains the same: the passion to teach and inspire the next generation of players. Now imagine a place where you could share your coaching knowledge, connect with others, and create a lasting impact. Welcome to the ultimate coaching community, where coaches from all levels can create and share their own courses. Whether you have years of experience or you're just getting started, this is your chance to make your voice heard. Create your own personalized courses, share drills, strategies, and tips, and watch as your knowledge reaches coaches from all corners of the soccer world. With a platform designed for sharing, learning, and growing, you're not just teaching the game, you're creating a community of like-minded coaches, all striving to be the best they can be. Together, we'll elevate the game and support one another to be better, stronger coaches.
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Whether you're a beginner coach or a seasoned professional, one thing remains the same: the passion to teach and inspire the next generation of players. Now imagine a place where you could share your coaching knowledge, connect with others, and create a lasting impact. Welcome to the ultimate coaching community, where coaches from all levels can create and share their own courses. Whether you have years of experience or you're just getting started, this is your chance to make your voice heard. Create your own personalized courses, share drills, strategies, and tips, and watch as your knowledge reaches coaches from all corners of the soccer world. With a platform designed for sharing, learning, and growing, you're not just teaching the game, you're creating a community of like-minded coaches, all striving to be the best they can be. Together, we'll elevate the game and support one another to be better, stronger coaches.
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Whether you're a beginner coach or a seasoned professional, one thing remains the same: the passion to teach and inspire the next generation of players. Now imagine a place where you could share your coaching knowledge, connect with others, and create a lasting impact. Welcome to the ultimate coaching community, where coaches from all levels can create and share their own courses, whether you have years of experience.
Back on the campus at Troy High School, where we're deadlocked at 0 between the Troy Colts and the Athens Redhawks. Good evening, everybody. My name is John Natali. Happy to be with you on the Michigan Soccer Network on what has turned out to be a very pleasant Tuesday night. There was cloud cover before, but you can see that the sun has started to peek through. And on a good crowd on hand on the opposite side, we are ready to go for the second half. Deadlocked at 0 between these two rival schools. The offense was controlled early by Troy in the black uniforms for about the first 7 to 10 minutes, and then Athens really took over and hounded their attacking third for the majority of that first half. But there really hasn't been a true test on goal. Victoria Slegan has had to make a couple diving, and there was a one-touch volley in the first half from the Redhawks, or from the Colts, I should say, on a service ball, but in the 18 now. Into the middle, and that ball cleared. From Maya Saad to Ava Fleming. Fleming couldn't get enough on it and went right wide of the right post. And that's why we stand at 0-0 as we approach, or we're into, the 43rd minute. Service into the middle. And it will be a goal kick. One thing noticeable in that first half was the physical. There's a good look at the sky. See that the cloud cover dispersed. This ball all the way back. Slegan will gobble it up. But was a physical play of both of these teams. These teams no strangers to each other. In fact, on this campus is that the final home game of the season for the Troy Colts in football was played against these Athens Redhawks back on October 18th of last season. And it was the Colts that came out victorious in a 21-14 victory. An opportunity, but Miller there. Stop that. Colts finished the season at 4-5, Athens at 4-6. But the records don't matter in that matchup. And it was a dandy. Far sideline. Thatchy tracks it down. Service into the middle. Rozek there to clear it out. Still not out of danger. Congestion. They need to spread it out. And now in the counter. Here comes Fleming. Waiting for help. Now into the middle, plays it forward. And there were 3 white jerseys to 1 black jersey. Now on the counter. With pace, 1v1, open net. Ball finds the back of it, 1-0 Athens. On a great through ball. It was just one juke needed from Charlotte Cotta to get past the diving Sleegan. And we have our first goal of the match, the go-ahead goal in favor of the visiting Athens Redhawks. Great footwork from number 2, Charlotte Cotta, in the 44th minute. And something we mentioned in that first half, the goal differential between these two clubs. It was 12, 30s for Athens and low 20s for Troy. Where will that offense come from? The defense of Athens has been very stout on Olivia Janowitz and Sabrina Gall so far this evening. Coach Jan Tricoli try to push anybody up and make maybe those center defensive backs, make them become center attacking backs. We have 36 minutes to figure it out. So Wislak lost it. It'll be a throw-in from Thatchy. John Natali with John back in the studio. Sam on camera. Bianca overseeing the whole operation this evening. So the game of the A crew, which I couldn't be happier about. I can't do my job without great people, and boy do they have them at the Michigan Soccer Network. And the box shot on goal, but right at Miller. Finally an opportunity. Just stuck with it and fired it in between the two defenders was Fleming, but Miller was right there. Ball sent forward on the chase down. That's Stencil. For the Redhawks, number 19. Haven't had to say her name much, but because we haven't had to. One of the taller players on the pitch this evening, able to clear balls out, keep Gall and Jasnowitz at bay. So lots of credit to Madison Stencil. You always look for players as a broadcaster, coach, fan. A lot of people watch Inside the NBA on TNT. Shaquille O'Neal refers to these players as the others, players that don't get the recognitions, that aren't in the scorebook almost every match. Probably don't attribute to the assist totals as much, but if they play stout defense, that's the most important aspect of this beautiful game. And these Athens Redhawks are doing it very well this evening. Ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Miller. A couple of other OAA Red teams in action tonight. Rochester is hosting Rochester Hills Stony Creek. And Rochester Adams playing host to Bloomfield Hills, your division leader. Oxford has Novi And then this match right here rounds out the 7 matches, or the 7 teams playing on this Tuesday, May 6th. Too heavy. It was good chase from Gall on that far side. Just couldn't keep it with her. Goes out of bounds. Goal kick for Miller. 45th minute. Where is Troy going to go to the well to find that equalizing goal? Will it be Jasnowitz, 17? Will it be Gall, number 7? Will Saad come up? Ava Fleming. Does she have the net written in the back of her brain? Good turn. Thatchy working the sideline. Goes out of bounds. And that's Kata, the goal scorer in the 44th minute to break the 0-0 tie. Into the box. The Yonkers up there sent a through ball. It was close. Mendrick was there. She stays with it. Not out of danger, top of the box, and tried to do a one-shot volley to herself. It was Ashley Thornton, couldn't get it down. Pops off the upright. And it'll be a goal kick. Sleegan sends it away. To the far side. Here comes Troy on a little run. And Gall again. Denied. They'll try to get it in quickly. That's Kaylee Worrell, number 3, out there. Close to the corner, sends into the box. Jasnowitz was the closest Colt. Popped out of bounds. As we wait for another ball to come into play. Avery Mee re-enters for Coach Dan Tricoli, number 20. And the Troy Colts. There she is right there. But on a turnover, the counter. But played nicely from Troy. And Reagan Richard, haven't said her name much. She's been good too. Just a lone breakaway from Kata. To break the 0-0 seal and put Athens up 1-0. Thrown for Troy. The far side, now it's in. Pops over the head. Fleming was there to get it, and now into the middle. Gall couldn't control it, chased down by Waldron, who's done a very good job on Gall so far. Ball out of bounds, throw in for the Red Hawks. And once again on the attack from Troy. It's just not enough black jerseys as opposed to the white kits of Athens. Here's an opportunity. Can she get it off with the left? No. Looking for help on the far side. Nobody came home. And Lennon had to retreat all the way back at it. That she had good position inside the 18, but that ball just went to open space. So number 11 had to track it down. The Wizlak to throw it in. On a counter, in space. That's DeYonker. Now inside the 18. Good footwork with the left, up front, shot and popped up. And Sleegan able to track that down. That was a beautiful soccer play. '56th minute. 56th minute, I apologize. 56th minute. 1-0. It was 0-0 at the half. And then just 4 minutes into the second half, it was a breakaway goal and a beautiful service in front of her feet from Charlotte Cotta. Gave a little juke to Victoria Sleegan, the keeper for the Colts, to put it in the back of the net for the opening goal and put Athens up 1-0 in this highly contested rivalry matchup. Another one of those players back there, number 12, Annie Lawson, who has the ball now. Haven't said her name a lot, but she's been doing a magnificent job as well. And now DeYonker in space. Defender trailing, defender ahead. In the middle. That's Cotta looking for number 2. Shake and bake again. Finds the back of the net. Give Charlotte Cotta a brace. Her second goal of the evening. 2-0 Athens. Beautiful soccer from Athens. And once again, Charlotte Cotta able to go to her left and boot it in with her left foot. And she makes it 2-0. And hugs all across the sideline for number 2. And well deserved. But let's not take away from the assist from Lauren DeYonker. Waited for her teammate, made the perfect pass, and then the rest was up to Cotta, and she delivered. Now the task equally monumental for Troy now. have to fight back for two. Shot with the left, but right at Miller from Gall. It was pretty much an even match in that first half. Even though Athens controlled most of the offensive tempo, they weren't able to get any breakaways, didn't get any very clean shots on goal to threaten Sleegan and her box. Here's an opportunity, but Miller there to collect that. And right now, which was a 4-1 victory last year for the Colts against Athens at Athens, they're returning the favor so far here on the campus of Troy, up 2-0. These two teams are going to be worn out from this one. They got to turn it right back around on Thursday. As Troy will face Utica Eisenhower, and Athens will host Clarkston. And I'm sure that Coach Tricoli and Coach Jason Clark will do their due diligence to find the rest where needed. Mender comes out of it, had a run on the side, still trying to maintain it. But good defense from Maya Saad. She's had a nice match, just not getting a lot of help. Fleming to the outside. Jasnowitz, haven't said her name much since those opening 5-10 minutes. Sends into the box, flick back. It'll be a set piece corner for Troy on the near side. And this will come off the boot of number 4, Reagan Richard. And here it comes. Back post. Headed away. One shot. And Miller there to grab it easily. Not a lot on that one. Once again, Miller hasn't really been challenged with that great of a shot. Scrum in the middle, won by Troy. Cleared out by Tonelli. Oh, an opportunity there, but good defense again from Athens. Ref not interested in the whistle, says play on. On the counter, this is DeYonker again. Breaks the defense in the 18. Open net, and good defense luckily for Troy. On that one was Emma Rozek. Open opportunity for Athens, but Rozek there to meet the challenge and keep this one from going to 3-0. We'll have another corner. Now on the far side for the Colts. Have to get aggressive now. player down. Pretty bad collision in that box as both teams will retreat to their sideline as the young lady is taken care of on the pitch. Something you never want to see at any level. Good shot of the crowd from Troy. But then as you see all the black faithful there, then you get into the Crimson Sea of Red from Athens, who have seen their away Redhawks take a 2-0 lead. And a lot of that has to do with number 2, Charlotte Cotta. And we're all set. Young lady able to walk off with the trainer and coach. And we'll send it in. Rozek to do the honors. Here it comes. Still in the box. Cleared out by Athens, but not out of trouble. On the throw, they cannot get 2 back in one spot. They have to get 1 at a time. But where can it come from the Colts? As Athens still looking to apply pressure and put this one out of reach with maybe a 3rd goal. Good ball, but tracked down nicely from Rozek. And all that work, it's going to go way back for Troy. Now to the feet, DeYonker. Into the middle, flicked up, still in trouble, but finally cleared by Troy. Lucky break for the Colts as Athens continuing to apply pressure. Mendrick into the middle, ball skips away. Now Jasnowitz, lots of real estate. Has Gall to her left. They need to space out. Opportunity. Jasnowitz still with it. Trying to split the defense on the outside. That's a Wizlak into the middle. Nobody home. Gall tried to get a boot on it, couldn't get it. But Worrell now, she sends it in. One-timer off the back. Gall. Ball still in the air. Zawizlak there. And Miller falls on it. No whistle blown. Good offensive pressure from Troy, but they come up empty. Miller sends it away. Glad to have you with us tonight on what's turned out to be a very, very pleasant Tuesday evening. Rain was looming, clouds separated a little bit. They started to form back. The sun was out, but still really no threat of rain. Barely any wind. But right now, it's not in favor of Troy. I don't think they're real too concerned about what Mother Nature has provided us with this evening. They just want to put that ball in the back of the net, try to tighten this gap. And what a key 3 points this would be for Athens. They would jump Troy in the division and move their record to 11-2-1. And Troy would fall to 7-2-3. John Natali with you on the play-by-play. John back in the studio. Sam on camera. Bianca overseeing the operation. We're having fun. Hope you are too on the Michigan Soccer Network, as we've seen a good one. Last year, the 4-1 advantage for Troy at Athens pitch. And now Athens is coming to Troy and the home of the Colts, and have put a 2 spot up on the hosting Colts. Troy doing everything they can to thwart that 3rd goal. But Athens would love to see it going to back of the net. Now here's Troy. Zawizlak has Jasnowitz, and she was off. From the far side referee. As we've hit that mark where now Troy is playing against 2 opponents, both Athens and the clock. Have a foul, and it's going to go in favor of Troy from about 30 yards out. It'll be taken from, I believe, Rozek, or Zawizlak is over there, along with Worrell. Rozek takes it into the box. Still inside, and poked out again. Just the Colts cannot turn and square to get a clean shot on the net of Ashley Miller. It'll be a throw-in for Athens. Still controlled on the outside, just looking for help. And again, good defense, just not allowing any of these Troy strikers to turn and get square to the net. Here comes a throw. That's Gall. Couldn't get anything on it. Poked away. And now on the counter. And now space. Lots of real estate ahead, but that ball too heavy on the touch. Cleared out by Troy. And once again, not able to settle at the feet and turn. Kicked out of bounds. And Worrell will throw it in from the far side. Ball poked ahead. DeYonker trying to chase it down, giving pressure, but Sleegan comes out to boot that away. .44 Eastern time. Game started a little late. JV match went a little long. Started a little late as well. More substitutions enter. You were looking for the Tigers-Rockies game, as that starts a little later. It's not going to start. Postponed. Mother Nature decided not to show up in Detroit today. She headed over to Colorado to rain out that game against the Rockies. Tigers in first place in that AL Central. And the Rockies just having a tough year. Worst record in Major League Baseball at 6-28. But not to fear, Tigers fans. White Sox are still terrible at 10-25. But what has become a good rivalry the past few years, Detroit and Cleveland. Just a 2-game advantage. These teams met in the ALDS last year, with Cleveland coming on top and then losing to the Yankees 4-1 in the American League Championship Series. And I can tell you that I'm not a Yankees fan. I'm not a Dodgers fan. However, in that series, there wasn't a soul in the world, and Rob Manfred was not going to allow Shohei Ohtani from the Dodgers to play in the bright lights of Cleveland, Ohio in the World Series. That was not going to happen, so it was Yankees and Dodgers, regardless of who showed up in that ALCS. And you can see 7 minutes left on the clock. '72nd minute. 72-54. The moon, half moon this evening, but beautiful sunset. So you get a good look at the baseball diamond. Beautiful facilities here at Troy. See the high school in the backdrop. Good crowd on hand. Tennis courts. And there's a softball field. And you saw that other field. That's actually where the JV plays and practices, as does the varsity. And once every while, the JV will get their opportunity to play on the main field here. The Troy faithful have come out to a good one, but unfortunately just not in their favor. We always talk about hands on hips for the players, or a couple of hands on hips for the fans. And it's the Crimson Sea right there, a great crowd on hand from the visiting Athens Redhawks. And we've watched a good one on the Michigan Soccer Network here this evening. On the drop ball because of the injury. Be handled by Athens. And under 7 minutes of soccer left to play in this one. Maybe just for aesthetic purposes, Troy will see if one of their girls can't get in the book and put something in the back of the net. But right now, that Athens defense has just been all over any attack from Troy. Worrell going clear across the field. Got a little push in the back, didn't slow her down, still with it. And now Troy inside the box. That ball deflected. And it'll be a goal kick. And Annie Lawson, again, number 12, there to bother it and stop the threat. Two NBA playoff games happening tonight. Right now, the Cavs hold a 15-point advantage over the Pacers in Cleveland. And that is without Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and DeAndre Hunter. Pacers came into Cleveland on Sunday and shot lights out. 55% from three-point land, and uncharacteristically, the Cavs only made 9 three-pointers in that one, but chucked it up 38 times. And then the series that I guess no one really expected. The Warriors and Timberwolves kick off tonight. Timberwolves just mopped the floor with the Lakers, winning for that series 4-1. So the Luka experiment was not a success. But the Warriors, how can you ever count them out? You know why? Because they have Steph Curry. End of story. Surprising wins yesterday by both the Nuggets and the Knicks, beating the Celtics and the Thunder respectively, 121-118. Denver went into Oklahoma City and stole that one after Oklahoma City swept their series 4-0, and then the Knicks, surprisingly, in Boston, 108-105 in overtime. And the Knicks were down 20 in that one, but came roaring back and got the win to go up 1-0 in the Eastern Conference semifinals. This ball into the 18, chased down. And they've been successful going to that left foot off the right shimmy, but cleared out, luckily, by Troy. That must be a drill for the Athens Redhawks from Coach Jason Clark, because it's been so effective. Twice by Kata, and then right there. NHL playoffs going on as well. Semi-conference finals in both the East and the West. The Capitals have a 1-0 advantage over the Hurricanes. Good shot there, but sails wide of the net. Miller really not tested by that. And then the Vegas Golden Knights hosting the Oilers at 9:30 tonight on ESPN. So we're under 4 minutes, around 4 minutes left in this one. Miller tracks that down. We'll see what the game plan is for Coach Jason Clark. Will they be aggressive? Or will they just tell his young ladies just to eliminate the mistakes? See if we can't get the clean sheet on this one. I know that would go a long way for the Athens Redhawks. Just as far as the match that they have played this entire evening. Fantastic soccer. And Troy has not played bad. It's just the two open opportunities that Charlotte Cotta had, two of them, and she capitalized on both. Batted 1,000. Very Miguel Cabrera-ish tonight for Charlotte Cotta. I'm just throwing every sports reference out there tonight. Whew. Someone contain me. But you never want to disappoint Detroit fans. One of the most passionate fan bases, one of not many cities that have 4 professional sports teams, and boy, do they follow them like glue on paper mache when I was in 3rd grade. The successes haven't been there recently for the teams that usually show the success, but the Pistons have re-entered the playoffs, and with former Cavaliers coach J.B. Bickerstaff leading that young group of men, Cade Cunningham has really come into his own as one of the superstar players in this league. The Lions, you've seen what they've done with head coach Dan Campbell. That ball sails way wide of the left post. But the Red Wings have struggled. No longer are the days of Dominic Hasek and Steve Yzerman. It's been a while since the Red Wings have put together a competitive team on the ice at Little Caesars Arena. Once playing at Joe Louis Arena, but the fans still show up for that. And the Tigers struggled for a while, but they have come back into the mix and are playing excellent baseball, as I mentioned earlier, leading that Central Division by 2 games over the Guardians. Just a few minutes left. There will be no added time. The clock has stopped for a few injuries in this one, but no added time. Games end at the 80-minute mark in high school. There are no overtimes, no shootouts. Continuing with the Tigers, not only are they good with the bats, but they have now a Cy Young winner contention every single season with Tariq Skubal, now with his 5th year with the club. Phenomenal pitcher. Went to Seattle University, was taken in the 9th round of the 2018 draft. Talk about a steal. And right now, Troy just trying to keep that 3rd goal from finding the back of the net for Athens. Does Troy have anything left in the tank to challenge? Maybe get one back on the board, cleared out. So Wislak will try to get this in quickly. She does. And Jasnowitz still there. Very active in those first 5 minutes, but they have shut her down and takes a shot, but right into the hands of Miller, who's been fantastic inside her 18 this evening. And the final whistle blows, and that'll do it here on the campus at Troy High School with the final score of Athens 2 and Troy 0. The Red Hawks will improve their record to 11-2-1, while the Colts drop to 7-2-3. On behalf of our entire Michigan Soccer Network crew, I'm John Natale, and we want to thank you for joining us on this Tuesday evening. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel to see the best soccer from all levels all across the country. Once again, from the campus of Troy High School, the final score is Athens 2 and Troy 0. So long from the city of tomorrow. Have a great evening, everybody.